For this project, I wanted to look at specific landmarks within my life that connected me to home and belonging. My starting point was where I studied and the homes that I have occupied. Both my father and I studied at Burghley College. My dad was there in 1965, and then 2 decades later, I studied for my diploma in art in 1987. Prior to his studies, my father worked for 3 years in a textile mill in Corn, which is not too far from Burnley in Lancashire. I created several paintings of my grandparents' home in a small beautiful village in Gujarat, Pakistan, that holds many memories for me. It no longer has that old world charm as it was all knocked down and rebuilt. Burghley College had a similar fate of what was once a colossal empire of learning, is now locked and boarded up. The Mayo School of Industrial Arts, which was built by John Lockwood Kipling specifically as a space to create craft work for the Victoria and Albert Museum, is now the National College of Arts in Lahore. In a way, I'm mapping my own history through painting and transferring onto cloth. I painted several watercolours of these buildings, some in the style of the 16th century cartographer Piri Reis, as a way of paying homage to such an amazing map artist. I bought the cloth for the blue top that I am wearing from a fabric shop in Burnley town centre in 1986. It's a fine, soft cotton that I then had embroidered in traditional mirrorwork in Multan, Pakistan. The lady who embroidered it for me uses traditional techniques within her craft, which is why I continue to work with her. Recently I noticed the fabric was fraying on one of the sleeves, so I decided to darn it by hand. It was both cathartic and emotive for me to try and repair this kameez so many years later. Documenting this process brings to mind how there are so many garments held in such reverence within the archives of places like the V&A that have travelled to Britain in years gone by. The Barber Institute of Fine Art is a tremendously regal setting that was a perfect backdrop for our project, The Fabric Under My Skin.